Alrighty guys, Via here coming at you with the last episode of my potential young signings for career mode FIFA 15 video series thingamajiggy. So what we'll do is in this episode we've got the 21 year olds. Now obviously these are all based around between the 18th and the 22nd of September, around about that time frame. So if anyone changes age between that time frame and goes up to like up a year or whatnot, that's just too bad. That's the years that I found them when I was looking at them. So we've got the 21s this episode. Then in the next episode I'll probably pick the best out of the 17s, 18s, 19s, 20s, and 21s. So there'll be 5 different players, so the best of each one. And then that'll be in that episode, the next episode, which will be the final one. I'll probably just put in all the names of the people that I left out. So obviously the people like Bakali and all that sort of stuff, the people are used to seeing in potential signings and stuff like that. They'll see why I left them out. Obviously because if they're career mode known, like Bakali's and Luke Shaw's and all that sort of stuff, then obviously I just didn't put him in. So these are trying to get some unknown signings and stuff like that. So we'll get straight into it. The first person we're having a look at is Tony Watt. Now he is a obviously 21-year-old striker. The pace is pretty good on him, 82 pace as you can see that, and the 71 finishing and the 78 strength is pretty much why I put him in here. He's got 3-star skills as well. It's a little bit weird having a Scottish dude playing for Standard Liège in the Belgian Pro League, but what can you do? So that's definitely not too bad of a player. If you want to have a look at that guy. And we'll move on. We've got Claudio Baeza. Now this guy is seems like a sort of all-round box-to-box centre midfielder by the look of him. Only 2-star skills, but his strength is okay for his age. That'll get a lot better. His tackling's not the greatest, but as I said, that'll get a lot better as well. And he does have some like decent vision, passing stats, and stuff like that. So give him a few years, he's going to be an awesome box-to-box midfielder with awesome all-round stats. And we'll move on, and we do have Rafael Guerrero. Now this guy is awesome by the look of it. He's got crazy tackling stats, as you can see, 74 for sliding and standing tackle. 3-star skills as well, high medium work rates, which means when he gets up the pitch, that 73 crossing will come into play, obviously with the 71 dribbling as well. Now, his strength isn't the greatest, but I think with the tackling, he'll be okay going, defensively and stuff like that with the tackling stats as well. So, could be a nice little left back to pick out. Now we'll move on, and we have Ali Adnan. Now this guy looks like a decent enough left back as well. He does have the medium high work rates instead, so this is going to be the more defensive left back out of the two. And then he's got 76 strength as well with the 85 stamina. If you do get him my fault, he does have 66 crossing, but it's not the greatest, not the worst. It's just some sort of average stuff like that. But he does have 81 shot power and 75 long shots. If you want to take a dip from him from a long distance, he might be able to pop one in. The 57 finishing may sort of diminish that a little bit, but what can you do? Seems like a decent enough left back to pick. Then we'll move on, and we do have Rodrigo Ili, and he plays in the Serie B. He's got 84 strength. With that 69 pace and that 84 strength, put that together, you've got a decent enough centre back for a 21-year-old, and medium high work rates as well. And his tackling stats aren't too bad. So give him a few years, he's going to be a bit of a boss. And we'll move straight on to Fabinho. Now this guy looks awesome. The high medium work rates, so you want him to pretty much have decent crossing when you have high medium work rates, and he does have that in spades. He got 75 crossing, which is awesome. The tackling stats are pretty good as well, so he's just like Carrero. A little bit stronger though, he's got 74 strength, so awesome stuff going on there. Only 2-star skills, but the pace is enough, so if you put him down the wing, he's going to deliver some nice crosses into your strikers and put the headers on them, so decent enough right back there. And we'll move on, and we've got Ivan Cavaliero now. This guy looks he's a weird one. So he's got decent enough dribbling. He's got 3-star skills as well, and he's very quick. The strength isn't the greatest, but he does have decent shooting stats. So he's got 77 shot power. The long shots aren't the greatest, but the finishing is 64 is okay for a young silver winger. So use his pace, use his 3-star skills, have a pot. You might be able to get some good goals. The crossing isn't the greatest, but at 68 he'll still get the balls in as well. So a nice one to have a look at there. And then we have Frak Achiampong. I'm probably going to butcher another name, but what can you do? Now this guy is pretty much the same thing on the other side. The shot power is at 70. The pace is awesome, so 92 pace is always good. Look at the agility, balance, and jumping stats as well on him, so always good. The strength is okay, decent enough for a winger. And the 70 shot power with the 68 crossing means this guy could be a bit of a menace on the wing. So I'll move on, and we do have Sean Murray. Now this guy looks like he could be a decent sort of maybe attacking midfielder. I could have maybe left this guy out, but I sort of had a look at his dribbling stats and stuff like that. He seems like an okay card. Maybe not defensive-wise with those tackling stats, but it's a 69 strength, 69 vision. Give him a few years, he could be a decent enough attacking midfielder. So we'll move on, and we do have Massimo Bruno. And this guy looks like a decent enough right mid as well. The crossing's up at 72, which is awesome. And then the pace is good enough, like 83 pace. With the 3-star skills, could be a decent enough right mid, putting those crosses in. And then we do have Ferreira Carrasco, or Yannick Ferreira Carrasco. So, on the left mid, right-footed, with that 77 shot power, 72 long shots, and 67 finishing, he may be able to cut inside and put some shots away from distance. 3-star skills as well, decent enough pace, decent enough crossing as well. This guy could be an absolute boss, and he has 91 agility as well, so that could be an awesome left mid to use. Sorry about I tapped the table there. And then we do have Johannes Gies. I don't know, I'm going to butcher another name. But this guy looks awesome. Now, obviously he's gold. I tried not to put too many gold cards in, but I don't really know about this guy, so obviously this series is about trying to find some people that no one really knows about too much. But I'm sure in Germany people know about this guy. But 76 strength, awesome standing tackle, shot power, long passing, curve jumping, stamina. This guy is looking like an awesome holding midfielder. Good vision as well, great passing. Can take a dip from long range, strength. This guy's got anything you need in a central defensive mid, and he's only 21. So the only thing that is maybe a downside is his 2-star skills and 50 finishing. But for a central defensive mid, I don't think it matters as much. So we'll move on, and we do have Elvis Manu. And this guy's fairly decent as well. He's got the pace to burn, which is awesome. 75 shot power as well, with the 66 long shots and finishing. Could be decent enough for some long shots as well. And he does have 77 strength, which is a good thing to have on a winger. It's good to have that strength to burst past the defenders and hold them off and be able to get past them and put the crosses in. So 67 crossing isn't the best, but I'd say with the right foot you might want to cut in for him to have a shot, or just pass the ball across or whatnot. So we'll move on, and we do have Andre Gomez, another gold player. Now, only 2-star skills as well. This guy looks like he might be a sort of box-to-box player by the look of him. 82 strength, 71 standing tackle. The sliding tackle isn't that great, but it doesn't really matter too much. And then the passing on him is really solid as well. With the 74 vision, he could be a nice sort of mini Yaya Toure type of player. Obviously, the pace isn't really too much of an issue when he's in the middle of the park. Maybe just getting back and defending it might hurt you a bit, but he looks like a decent enough box-to-box midfielder for any team to sort of have a look at. Then we do have Nabil Fekir. Now this guy looks like he's just a nice creative midfielder. So look at the dribbling stats as well. Awesome, 80 dribbling, 76 ball control. With that 88 balance is awesome, and the pace is good on him as well. But he does have 4-star skills, so high medium work rates with the vision, with the passing, decent enough shot power on him as well. He could be a bit of a boss. Now we'll move on, and we've got Havard Nielsen. And this guy looks like a decent enough striker. Now, the pace isn't the quickest, but he does have 71 finishing and 76 shot power, and also 75 strength, which is awesome. So he will be able to bully off some defenders. Only 2-star skills, but I think if you put him in behind, the skills don't matter too much. With 73 volleys as well, he might be able to volley in some crosses and stuff like that. So we'll move on, and we do have Danny Da Costa. Now this guy looks like a decent enough right back. 78 strength on the man. High medium work rates with 3-star skills and 71 crossing. Yes, please. Looks like a decent enough right back. This tackling stats isn't the greatest, but I'd say this guy's more of an attacking right back. Just put him up, bomb him up the wing, put the crosses in. This guy could be very, very awesome. And then we do have Ebenezer Asifua, I think. I don't know. I pretty much put this guy in just for the first name is Ebenezer. That's awesome. But 3-star skills, 68 finishing on the strikers, not too bad. You'll be able to work with it at least. And 73 strength as well with that pace, could be a bit of a boss. Does have 80 jumping as well. The heading accuracy isn't really that great, so you don't really want to be crossing to this guy. But 74 shot power with 68 finishing, and that strength and pace could be a bit of a boss. So we'll move on, and we do have Thiago Silva, and no, not the Brazilian centre back. This guy is a Portuguese centre attacking midfielder with 4-star skills, guys. So this guy could be awesome with the dribbling, with the passing that he's got on him, plus 71 vision. This guy could be a boss. So decent enough pace as well, which is good. And we'll move on, and this guy looks awesome. I like the look of Campagna. I think he might be more suited to a centre attacking midfield role. Obviously with the tackling stats not that good, with the strength not that good, but he does have great passing, and look at that vision, 76 vision. I think this guy could be a bit of a boss. Hopefully he can play Cam in game as one of his positions. And then we'll move on. We do have probably one of the best looking sort of overall cards. Obviously it's one of the highest rated cards we're having a look at in this whole series. It is Rafa. I actually put him in here because I didn't really know a lot about him. I don't think he was really that popular in last year's career mode, whether he was in it at all. I didn't really look at it too much. But he looks like a bit of a boss. Look at that. The pace that he's got on him is the main thing, obviously. And then he's got the balance and agility to back it up, so he might be able to stay up. With 4-star skills, you can cut in from the left onto his right foot and have a ping with him. And he does have 69 finishing as well. So this guy could be a bit of a boss. Now we'll move on, and we do have John Cordoba. Now this guy looks awesome. So the pace isn't the greatest. It's okay at 78 pace, that will get quicker, maybe up to an 85 or something like that, but he's got 91 strength. That is awesome. 3-star skills as well, so if you're looking to do a roulette or whatnot, he can do that. And I think that guy's going to get up to 99 strength with 85 pace. This guy could be an absolute monster. So we'll see how that guy goes. And we do have Stefano Denswell, and this is a fairly decent looking centre back. Now, the pace isn't the greatest, but he does have 80 strength, and look at the tackling stats, fairly decent for a 21-year-old as well. And randomly does have 82 shot power, so maybe you want to take a ping with him. I don't think it'll work out too well with 59 long shots and 45 finishing, but what can you do? I think this guy's going to be decent enough in the defensive wise, so could be a nice centre back to have a look at. And then we do have Adoli Menga. Now this guy's got pace to burn as well. He does have 4-star skills as well. The finishing is only 60, so not the greatest. This may be a bit of a project that you might have to work on. You might just have to use him for his pace and be able to hopefully skill pass. 71 dribbling in the in-game stats and 62 ball control. He could be okay. I'm thinking just use the skills and the pace that he's got. And then hopefully the finishing will grow eventually. He does have 76 shot power and 74 strength, so that will help a little bit as well. And then we'll move on, and we do have, I'm not even going to say that name. Who the hell knows how to pronounce that? Maybe him or his mother or something like that. I don't know. But he looks like a decent enough young centre back. 79 strength is always good. 70 standing tackle, pretty good. And the pace is decent enough. So he could be decent enough to have a look at. And we do have Marcel Ritzmeier. Now this guy looks fairly decent as a centre mid. He could be more of a centre attacking mid type of player again. So with the 79 vision, which is awesome for a 21-year-old, and the passing stats that he's got on him, I think he's more suited to a centre attacking midfield role. Good dribbling as well. No really strength or tackling or anything like that on him. So hopefully he can play centre attacking mid in game. And we've got about 45 people, so we're obviously a little bit past halfway. Trying to rush through them as much as I can, otherwise this video will be huge. Then we do have Bruno Zuccolini. Now this guy looks like a box-to-box midfielder by the look of his card. Only 2-star skills, which doesn't matter too much, but he does have, look at the vision, 71 vision. His mental stats are all in the 70s, always good. The physical stats are all good. Maybe he could use a little bit more strength, but that will grow as you give him a bit more time. The tackling stats are good, the passing stats are good, dribbling stats are good. This guy looks like an all-round box-to-box monster. So give him a few years, he's going to be awesome. Now you do have Lorenzo Faravelli. Now this guy looks like just pretty much all he's got is his dribbling and his passing. He doesn't have any strength, doesn't have any tackling or anything like that, but he does have 4-star skills. So just pretty much get this guy on the ball, use his passing, use his dribbling, and he could be a very nice creative midfielder. The stats on the cards and stuff may look really terrible, and might, like, even if you look at the card, the in-game stats that I'm looking at right now that you're looking at on the screen, you look at the skill stats, it might put a lot of people off. But if you look at what I'm doing in this series is trying to look at the stats to do with the position. So if you look at this guy as a cam with 76 vision, 76 short passing, 67 long passing will grow, and then the dribbling that he's got on him as well. This guy could be a bit of a beast, putting some balls through and stuff like that. So you've always got to look at the stats that are actually used in their position. Now this guy, actually, he was a bit iffy about putting this guy in, but he does have 75 strength, and the tackling stats are decent as well. So with that pace, this guy could be a more defensive sort of left back if you're looking for that. The skills doesn't really matter in a left back or anything like that. He does randomly have 75 dribbling and 69 ball control. So who knows, he could be decent going forward as well. And then we'll look at this guy. This guy could be the pick of the bunch. This guy might even make it into my the best player in the 21. So we'll have a look at this guy. 3-star skills, I wish it could be 4, but what can you do? Look at this guy's vision, 86 vision at 21 years old. What the hell? 83 shot power, 86 curve, 70 finishing as well. Look at the card stats. Awesome, 73 is for pace, shooting and passing, and 74 for dribbling. This guy looks like an awesome creative midfielder. Not the greatest strength, but you wouldn't really expect that too much. But I say get him on the ball, use his 3-star skills, use his passing, man. 86 vision is going to be awesome. That guy's going to be an absolute beast. Now we'll move on, and we do have Miguel Rodriguez. Now this guy's just a nice sort of overall fairly decent centre back. Not the quickest, but with 78 strength and the decent tackling stats, he could be a bit of a boss. So I'll move swiftly on, and we do have Stefano Storaro. This guy looks like a decent box-to-box midfielder as well. Only 2-star skills as well, but he does have 72 strength and decent enough tackling stats. Decent enough, he's got 68 vision as well, so he's going to be a nice box-to-box midfielder, decent enough passing as well. He could be a bit of a boss. Now we do have Sean Parker in here, so this guy pretty much put this guy in for his shot power. This guy might be able to take some long shots when you give him a few years. 81 shot power. The long shots are only 66, but they will go up. And his 67 finishing is sort of about average for a 21-year-old. You might want a little bit higher in the 70s or something like that. but he does have 82 pace as well. So a nice young striker. You might get him for fairly cheap if you want to have a look at him. And then we do have Andre Renteria. Now, this guy looks fairly solid. So look at the pace, obviously, is the first thing you notice. The 4-star skills is always good. And the shot power, 78 shot power, 68 long shots. The 60 finishing might diminish it a little bit, but I think this guy might be a nice, quick, skilling, shooting right wing. So the crossing is at 66 as well. Not the best, not the worst. Could be fairly decent, and the strength at 68 will grow as well. So this guy could be a bit of a boss. Then we have Sylvain Widmer. This guy looks awesome. I really like the look of this card. 82 pace is pretty much all you need on a right mid. That'll grow obviously to sort of mid 80s, high 80s, maybe even 90s. 74 strength as well, so he'll be able to outmuscle most of your left backs on the opposing team. And randomly, he's got look at the tackling stats on him. So he might have been converted from a right back or something like that. I'm not 100% sure. I haven't really looked at his previous cards if he's got any at all. But the dribbling, ball control, always good. With the tackling stats, the strength, and the 75 crossing on that guy, he could be a bit of a beast on the right mid. Maybe he can even play right back with the strength and tackling stats on there in game. So we'll see how that guy goes. Then we'll move swiftly on to Antonio Rudiger. This guy looks like a monster. 80 pace, 79 strength, and the awesome tackling stats that he's got on him with 84 aggression. All you need in a centre-back. Looks amazing. And next up, we've got Jordan Veretout. And this guy looks fairly solid. He looks sort of like another box-to-box midfielder. 70 strength, decent enough tackling stats, good vision, good passing, decent enough dribbling, and 3-star skills. So he's just going to be another sort of mini Yaya Toure type of player. That's all you want in a box-to-box midfielder. He will grow. And then we have Lucas Milano. Awesome pace on the guy. Fairly decent shooting as well. 74 shot power and obviously 68 long shot, 67 finishing. Fairly decent for a young silver player. And then with 84 stamina as well, we'll be able to bomb up and down the wing. And then obviously that dribbling is good. Only he's got 2-star skills, but if you use his pace and use his passing and using even his shooting, he could be a very decent right wing. So I'll move on again. We do have Christian Gunter, and this guy looks like a bit of a boss. More of your defensive left back, 77 strength and decent enough tackling stats as well. With 80 aggression, he could be a bit of a monster. 68 crossing going forward as well, so decent enough. And decent dribbling as well. Could be a nice, pretty much as I said, just a more holding left back. And if you want that type of thing, then we'll move on, and we've got Eder Alvarez Balanta. This guy looks like an absolute monster. The only downside with this guy is his high medium work rate. So if you're looking for a defensive centre back, even though he'll probably do the defensive things well when he's there, he might not be there all the time. So with his pace, with his strength, with his tackling, he's gonna be an absolute monster. You just might be wary of his work rates. So that's the only thing you sort of got to worry about. Now we've got about 5 players left. Now we've got Uros Spahic. I think that's how you say it. I'm not 100% sure. This guy looks like a monster as well. 71 pace, 77 strength, and he has in the low 70s for his tackling as well. With a 21-year-old, gonna be an awesome centre back. So move straight on. We do have Valon Berisha. This guy looks like he's sort of more attacking midfielder. 78 strength is good, but he doesn't really have the tackling stats to sort of be a holding midfielder. But he does have the vision, the passing, the shooting, and all that sort of stuff to be an attacking midfielder with the 3-star skills, which is crazy with the 67 rated card. It looks a lot better with his in-game stats. So that might be a nice sort of underrated player to have a look at. And we do have Vareli Kajavazavili. Yeah, that's how you say it. He's a 4-star skill center attacking midfielder. 72 vision. Dribbling's good. Passing's decent enough. So you're pretty much just going to want to use him for his dribbling and passing and stuff like that. He's going to be terrible in the defending with the tackling and stuff like that. So 80 short passing is just amazing. 85 agility. Just use him to create chances with his 4-star skills and his passing and dribbling. So I'll move on. And the second last player we do have is Brandon Michele. I don't know. And this guy's just like another sort of average centre back to have a pick out if you want another centre back. 71 pace, 70 strength, and the decent enough standing and sliding tackles as well. Makes him just a nice all-round sort of defending centre back. And then the last guy we do have is Alonso Escoboza. Now this guy is a left winger, 3-star skills as well with the 81 pace, fairly solid. Decent enough shooting stats on this guy as well. 71 shot power, 69 long shots. The 63 finishing will go up as well, but he does have 78 curves, 69 crossing, so this guy could be a bit of a beast going forward and putting some crosses in. So a nice sort of young left winger to finish it off. And then that is going to be the end of this episode. In the next episode, as I said, I'll pick up the best out of all the 5 episodes that we've had previously, so one from each one. So we'll be able to pick out the best 5, and this should hopefully look like some awesome career mode signings out of those 5. And then obviously we'll see. I'll put down the names of all the players that we left out, and then that should be pretty much the end of this series. And then coming up soon, we should be going straight into some Barnsley career mode, and then I might even start having a look at doing a player career mode at Everton. So that could be a bit of some awesomeness coming up for you guys soon. So I hope you guys are really enjoying this series. I'm enjoying making it. Look for the final episode coming up soon with those 5 players that I picked. Now, I hope you guys are enjoying that, as I said. So I've been Vio, and peace.